Today we're going to make Divinity. I've got the burner on about a 6. Everybody else, judge your own on that one. You put 2.5 cups of sugar, 2/3 cup of carob syrup, half a cup of water, quarter teaspoon of salt. So today we'll be making Divinity. Now what you want to do, you want to stir this up till all the sugar is completely dissolved. Which takes a little while, but you don't want to cook it too fast. You don't want to burn it. So make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. Then you're also going to want to use 2 eggs. You'll want to sort the eggs, just to get the egg whites at room temperature. That'll be down a little further. This will take a little while, so we're going to do a quick pause and then come back and show some more. So as you can tell, it's starting to get a little clearer. And that's what you're going to want, it's nice and clear, which will take a little while. Make sure you got your cup of cold water off to the side, so when you start testing it with your spoon, so it'll start to crystallize for you. There we go, we're getting there. As you can see, it's starting to come to a boil. Still not clear yet, but that's all right. It'll get there. You can tell it's starting to get a lot clearer. Once you got it nice and clear, stir it just a little bit here. You don't have to worry about hitting the edges of the pan. Once it gets clear, you just want it to sit and boil a little bit. You don't want to stir it after you're done. You'll just want it to look good, and what we'll do after it slowly boils, we'll just get a nice little spoonful here, and you pour it in your water, and as you can tell, it just goes right to the bottom. And as it sets longer in the pan, it'll start to crystal up and look like a string. And that's what we want. Why, that's getting nice and ready over there in the pot. We'll get 2 eggs out. And get the whites separated from the yolk. Put them in a plastic bowl. That way, they'll be nice and ready for room temperature wise. And y'all know how to separate eggs, so we'll pop pause it again here and get these ready, and we'll get back to our goodies. Let's give it another little test here. Get a little closer. What you want it to do is sort of make a string all the way to the bottom of the glass. And we've got our egg whites in a plastic bowl. You don't want to use a metal bowl. It keeps it way too hot and it just doesn't want to set up. Here we go with another little test. You'll want to test it constantly throughout here and there. It's starting to get a little more crystally, whatever you want to call it. So it's almost ready, and we'll be back. And we're back. The reason you don't want to stir it too much after it's at a boil, you don't want to get all those crusties off the edge. Starting to crystal up there. Test it. There you go. I'd like to start to string out a little bit there. Now we can beat our eggs while it's going to finish doing our final little cook there, and we'll start on the eggs. Now we'll get these nice and fluffy. And like I said, you want to use a plastic bowl. The metal will hold the heat in once you start pouring in your sugar and syrup. And you can also do this by hand, but I prefer the beaters. Now we'll add our vanilla flavoring, and you can use whatever food coloring you want. Depending on what kind of flavoring, you'll do it by taste, compared to the extract or the oil you don't want it too strong, so just do it by taste. Alright, now we'll get rid of our hot stuff. Then you just pour it in. A lot easier if you don't have to hold your phone, so bear with us. And it gets all fluffy. Now we'll just keep stirring it until it starts to get hard. You don't want it too hard in the bowl. Just keep stirring it until it starts to get firm. And then you'll swap it over to your wax paper. I'll get 2 little spoons, or however you want to put it on your paper. And we'll show that here shortly once it gets a little harder. As you can tell, it's starting to get a little more firm. Starting to hold shape. As you can tell, it's looking nice and firm. It's holding shape. Now we'll get a couple spoons and put it on our paper. You tell me. All you do is you get her out, plop it. Plop it. And you can do this for almost any holiday. You know, you got your Halloween, you can do your oranges, all that good stuff coloring. Always do this for Christmas holidays. And that's what you do. And then you'll have your nice little balls. And here you go. You have your Divinity candy. You just keep doing this till whatever size you want. There you go. And here I'm going to have the ingredients and all that good stuff and with the comments. You guys have a great day. Enjoy your holidays.